place. Anyway, I wanted to show you what to do with some of the supplies that we put in your activity kits. We have given everybody a rock, so it would have looked like this. I've just done some base coats. You're also going to get these three colors. You're going to get pink, green, and an off-white, which I figure there's different things you could do with those colors. Feel free to be creative here. I am not creative, talented, artistic in any way, but there's little tricks that we can do to make things easier. Example, these two rocks right here. There's a dragonfly and the flowers, and on here like a lavender type flower. That's all done with dots. So I'm going to show you how to do these. So let's start with this cream one. So I've done a base coat, so pick the same color. I've done a base coat of your main color, and it really doesn't take much paint. You don't have to paint both sides, just the surface you're using. I would do 2 coats because that does give you a better base. So you're going to take just a basic brush, and you're going to start off by making your, let's go this way, pick your best side. So here's my leaves, my stems. Again, there's no right or wrong way here, just be creative and do what works for you, okay? So we're just doing a line, and that's literally it. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is to do these little tiny dots, you're gonna take the end of your brush and you're gonna dip it in. I'm gonna go with the pink. So if I want a bigger dot, okay, I'm gonna press down harder. So I'm gonna put some bigger dots at the base of the flower. And then I'm literally just gonna keep making dots until it looks like what I want. And I'm gonna take this flower up. And you can see after I've dipped it, it's getting smaller because I've got less paint on the end of my brush. Okay, and I'm just gonna fill it in. And again, there's no right or wrong way. You literally just play with it until you get to what you want. I want to take it a little wider, make it a bit more cone shape. And if you have other colors at home, feel free to play, add in some different colors, maybe add some of the off-white into the pink, and you can make a lighter color. And it's literally just making dots and then filling it in. We'll go to the third one. Again, there's no right or wrong way. I'm literally just doing dots. Now, just a tip, that's why I'm checking here, and I had a bit of paint on my thumb, my finger here, because I put it down there, you can see I got paint on there. So just try and keep that part of your hand out of the paint. Otherwise you make a mess, but it's all good. Again, there's no right or wrong way. You can even make a flower up there if you want. So there's that one. Okay, and you can keep playing with it, add more, whatever you want to do. So next I'm going to go to the dragonfly. So again, this is dots. So we'll start off with, everybody should have gotten a Q-tip. And what I should add is this palette here. Everybody would have gotten one of these in their box. What this does is you can blend in, even practice some of this stuff on the paper before you go directly on the rock. That's what I did. This is not the first time I've done this. So again, for the bug here, so I'm going to take my Q-tip. Okay, and because it's the first dip, I'm going to use that one as the head because it's going to be bigger. And then you're literally just playing. Now to make the dragonfly's tail. I do like the look of it getting smaller, so now I'm going to switch to my brush to make his tail. Okay, so the wing, just a quick little tip. So I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to go for my off-white, and I'm going to put quite a bit of paint on my brush. Now what you want to do is you're going to work from the out part of the wing to the inside. So by doing this, you're going to press down and then lift up, and that gives you that wing look. Okay, so again, lots of paint on my brush, press down and then lift up, and that gives you like a teardrop. And if you don't like it, you can always go back and play. Press down and lift up. And again, press down and then lift up. I'm just going to shape them a little bit more. And again, if you don't like what you've done, you can always repaint this and start again. So the other flower I wanted to show you were these little flowers around the outside. So those are quite simple. So we'll start with the pink, because I've got pink on my Q-tip here. It's literally just 5 dots. So I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm getting more paint, 3, 4, one more 5. I'll do another one up here, 1, 2. The trick is going up and down. You don't want to go sideways or you're going to end up with an oval. But if that's what you want, that's okay. Dot. I want circles here. Dot. Let's do some off-white. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just a tip, when you're doing rocks or pretty much painting anything, you want to try and go in groups of, like you can see down there, 3, or I've got 5 on here. For some reason, our eye automatically finds 3 or 5 or 7 odd numbers as being more pleasant to the eye. I don't really know why, but that's what I've always been told. Let's finish this one up. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the off-white and back to those pink flowers and just a simple dot in the middle to get your center. Now if I had waited longer, I would have had and let it dry, I would have had better luck with getting a circle, but for time's sake, I'm doing it while it's still wet. What I didn't tell you is your base coat, you want to make sure it's totally dry before you try to do this. Okay, so there's your dragonfly. And just some other tips. You can maybe, I suggest you get a Sharpie and you could write, I saw some that say thank you or some that say smile. And I have to tell you guys right now, there's a group that actually paint rocks, and they're putting them outside of the hospital for inspiration for the hospital workers. And I've had so many people saying that it just inspires them when they're walking into the hospital and they see these beautiful rocks. So if anyone's wondering why would I do a rock, if you want to make one, put it out in front of the hospital, put it in front of your house, sneak it onto a neighbor's lawn just to make them smile. Lots of fun things you can do. So hopefully you guys can get some creativity going and just do what you want. Have fun.